All right, here guys. Here next episode, here guys. Hate mail, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Got the green lights off for now. Let's see how it looks. It's a little darker. That's the problem. A bit dark. You know about this stuff. Being so dark. Let me see 1 second. That better? I think so. I'll scoot up closer to the screen as well. There you go. I got back. Sorry. Yeah, getting used to this kind of microphone again is interesting because it's not the kind that's on your head. You know? It's on a boom, or it's on an arm, or someplace where you have to make sure to position your head the right way. So let's continue on here. Trigger warning: words like penis, vagina, uterus, ovaries, testicles, and vulva will be used in these videos. I am a Bible-believing Christian, so I say we take you off. There are people that say the Christian don't believe in the Bible, so it's really messing them up. So what they say we take you off, and what they say we take you off. There are people say that God is evil, which is wrong. God does not exist, which is wrong. What they say we take you off. There are people say that God. No, this is a bunch of screen caps I got from YouTube and DeviantArt posts in response to my comments on my comments and stuff, mostly negative, but we'll see how things go. Also, the screen caps. I want to be talking to the show and talk about any names, showing any names or icons. It's not about who said what specifically. It's about what was said by people who believe this way and why I have to fight against that. So yeah, I'll be showing the screen caps because they're now considered, according to my brother, they're considered evidence of harassment. Because when someone says they want to end it all because they don't like the way the body looks or sounds or what normal function it does, and I say you don't have to do that. Here's the scientific reasons why. Here are the biblical reasons why I believe this way. They say that's harassment now because people aren't thinking straight. Continue on here. All right, so we have this person who is a person that says she's Christian or religious at least, but doesn't believe in the Bible or something like that. Because she's getting it wrong. She says right here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, but she's using the Bible verses against me. Let's see here. Actually, sometimes I would think God, lowercase d, made me trans so I can understand how wrong I was a few years ago. No, that's not how it works. Transgender lifestyle is based on lives. Was based on fear, covetousness, jealousy, bad stuff. No, God would never do that kind of stuff. So no, it's not his thing. It's the devil's thing. So wrong one. And then she tries to. This person is she because it says she's a trans boy, so a girl wants to be a boy. She says Matthew 7:3-5, and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Because she's saying you're sitting worse than you're saying we are, because you're saying calling us out. You're saying this stuff is bad news. You shouldn't do it according to what the Bible says. And what science says, and we're saying no, it's not. So you're sitting more than us. Not true. Continue on. Calling that stuff out. And someone said, Hero Comics, talk to people to vote on YouTube. Ben Shapiro, Hero Comics. Is number 1. Zero is number 10. Hero Comics is 9-1. And I say, ha ha ha. And someone else says, the truth scares you bad. I say to hell, this person has a male name, so I don't know. So this person, the truth scares you that bad, huh? You might want to figure out why that is. Someone says, hi, shut your effing mouth. Someone else says, Hero Comics, ego is a homophobe that is hiding, likes hiding behind the Bible. You ain't Christian, you're pathetic. I'm like, okay, let me see. What is Christian? Christian, it follows ways of Christ. So when Christ told the adulterous woman who caught in adultery to go and sin no more, they said it was sin. And there are other sins in the Bible. It says according to the Torah, the rabbinic laws that are part of the Bible, basically. One of them includes the transgender lifestyle. So I'm sorry, go and say no more. That's what I'm saying. Continue on here. Someone else says, ha, it's funny because you're wrong. No, it's funny because you're wrong. Someone says, yeah, because Christians, and I say, yeah, because Christians never say that you can resist temptation to sin. Yeah, no. Yes, we do, all the time. It's very important. That's part of our job. Resist the devil, he will flee. Draw close to God, resist the devil, he will flee. That's how it's supposed to be. And someone else, and I say, how? Why damage a normally functioning body? Yeah. Because they said, it's funny because you're wrong. So, oh, why damage an only functional body? Response? And then someone says, scared of the truth. No one else but you, Nate, is. Put that Bible out of your butt and open your eyes. Your arguments are so weak, it's laughable. Then yet you have no good answers against them. So continue on. How pathetic do you have to be that? To be that you can't tolerate when people don't lead the same exact life as you, when they're going the wrong ways. It's important to tell them. Here, the world does not revolve around you only. No, it doesn't. That is important to fight against that stuff. I'm sure God, lowercase g, is not fond of your hearsay, pretending to be all-knowing and wasting away a whole year in the comment section. God, with a capital G, way will show itself to people in the time. Yes, it will. And I'm trying to tell them, watch out. There's some bad stuff out there. It could destroy you there. You want here? People in time, who are you to try and sabotage divine plans? And divine plans. Saying, believing that something's wrong with your body when nothing is, and trying to get your body mutilated or mutated to look more like you want it to look like, so that you can lie more effectively about what biological sex you are, is not a good plan. It's not a plan of God. It's a plan of the devil. Continue on here. God created human caterpillars whose true forms are butterflies. God has also created, lowercase g's, has also created people whose bodies also need to change to reach their true form and get their wings. No, he didn't. No, that's not how we work. We have humans have one type of metamorphosis that's called puberty, and there are people that do not like that because, of course, it changes things. Instead of being a child, they become an adult. There's basically a lot of different things go on that a lot of changes happen that they are not big fans of, and that's what leads to the transgender lifestyle because they're like, something must be wrong. I don't like this. It's too bad. No, that's what happens. And someone says, hi, so I've been reading your replies on the comment, and I still haven't reached the end yet. But but I feel like I understand. 1 second. Good. I understand their point of view enough to refute it. Right. Let's go. I would also like to preface my argument with the fact that I am a trans, non-binary person. For someone thinking wrong. So I do have experience with dysphoria. Bad experience. In terms of the round of I went to transition, I would like a partial transition there than a full one. So more still lying about your biological sex. Continue on here. Now your main argument seems to be that transition dysphoria stems from insecurity. It does. And that trans people need to learn to love their bodies. They do. Let me tell you right now, if I was the only person on earth, I still feel dysphoric because it's about your body. Thinking wrong about your body. So that would make sense. Continue on here. Still be trans or believe that you are. In that condition, if boobs are part of a female body and the penis is part of the male body, then why would people feel embarrassed about having them? If anything, they like to get more harassments for not having those things. They are of that gender, sex. No one is making fun of them for having them in the first place. So it seems pretty unlikely to me that dysphoria is what? Wait. You're good. It is caused by insecurity, except for, of course, it is because it's about fear about what could happen because of the way you look. Continue on here. Second, you mentioned how some people may believe they are trans because they don't fit the stereotypes of the assigned gender at birth. I somewhat agree with you on that. People don't have to fit that stereotype into gender stereotypes. But at the same time, there are some people who don't fit in the stereotypes of the gender they transition to, aka their the actual gender identity. Okay. For example, I have another trans friend, female to male, girl wants to be a boy, who is incredibly feminine. That's she, though the pronoun she prefers, is comfortable wearing skirts and makeup and doesn't look quite a lot. Heck, she is even comfortable using her pronouns. Why the heck she transitioned now? Big mistake. Even that does not stop him or from being a trans, not fitting the stereotype of your assigned gender at birth does not make you anything except yourself. But lying about your biological sex is a mistake and shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, continue on. Now, speaking of just being yourself, I saw you mention how every mind is unique. It is. And every 4 people are assigned female at birth. And with brains, traits similar to the men doesn't make them men. It doesn't. It just makes them themselves, vice versa. To me, that's just leading me to that question. Surely, it means gender identity is a spectrum? Yes, identity is a spectrum. Biological sex is not. Continue on here. People being themselves doesn't mean that there's a defined gender. What? 1 second. Okay, we're almost out of time. So I'll say, so you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.